What's up, everybody?
Anything that I consider
Welcome
ready.
to
That could change in a moment's
the Clever
notice.
and Original Podcast.
I could be ready now. I could not be ready now.
Episode
I was ready then. I was not ready.
193 part dose.
Now I'm ready again.
Yeah.
Because we recorded last week, but if you didn't notice, or maybe you did.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you didn't notice because you don't listen to us.
Which is weird because you're listening to us now.
Yeah. We did not upload an episode last week, and that's because after we did it, we realized it failed.
Yeah. I switched my screens around now so we can see what's going on. So if it freezes again, we can see.
Then you can know.
But last time they were all facing away.
And
from
knowing
where
is
we were
half
seated.
the battle.
Yeah.
Well, knowing is
Yeah.
like, I don't know if half. Sometimes it's much
G.I.
less.
Joe.
Sometimes it's much less than half. Like, for example, if you're stuck on a train track, you're tied to a train track, and you know there's a train coming, the fuck, like, that's like.
Well, if you don't know that
but
there's
you're
a
stuck
train
anyway.
coming,
You're stuck no matter what.
but the
You're
thing is,
fucking
like,
dead. It might be better to not know, actually, because then you're not losing your shit.
everybody, this is the man with the plan,
Yeah.
Jayden Reinhart.
I am here. Have you ever? Speaking of being ready, JJ, the phrase this has nothing to do with it. The phrase "every now and again," like, oh, do you ever go here? Oh, every now and again. Have you ever actually thought about what those words mean?
I thought it was every now and then.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Still, that's because every now is already 100% of your time.
What?
Wait, okay, say that again.
So it's
Say
always
that again.
it's always now, right? Like now.
Yes, it
now.
is always now.
So if you're somewhere every now, that's
Every-
literally forever. And then that's more than 100%.
Okay, but the phrase. What the
Every
phrase
now and
means,
then means
the
you're
phrase
there
actually
literally
means-
all the time.
Okay, what the phrase actually means, every now and then. The and then implies the now is not constant.
But the then would make it constant, right? Because if you're there every now, even if now's
No,
not
they-
constant,
they
You're,
said
you're
that they
there for
left
some
it-
nows, basically. You're some nows. You were at this location.
I'm at there
But not every now.
now and then. Now and again. Or, yeah,
It's
is it
basically
now again?
now and again, but it's
now and
like,
again, now and then. I mean,
Yeah.
they mean the same thing.
Now and again.
I think every now and again is even more.
I don't know. I
Confusing.
don't know any of this stuff.
Yeah,
But it's a phrase.
I heard a
it's
comedian
saying.
who I can't credit because I forgot his name. I'm sorry, comedian out there who's obviously listening to this and very frustrated with me not crediting you. But he made the point, and I was like, yeah, I guess every now and again. This seems like that's 200% of the time.
Everybody,
know.
JJ.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know it.
Mr. Are you ready?
I don't know if you're ready. Only you can
My
decide if
body
you're ready.
is ready.
For what?
Reggie.
Spaghetti?
Is that,
Mom's spaghetti.
We have uncooked spaghetti.
We do.
Cool.
Mhm, my grandma bought it, and she was like, we were at the store getting stuff, and she just like looked at it. She's like, "Oh, it's like $1. Do you want some?" I'm like, "I guess, yeah." I'm like, "I guess."
Yeah,
Spaghetti's
I mean,
way
spaghetti's
It's like
cool.
I guess we can make spaghetti
just,
sometime.
Just make spaghetti sauce.
And besides eating canned foods, it was the second meal that Trevor could actually create.
Okay, Trevor is not. Trevor can't cook. Okay, he works at a restaurant, a
I still
fast
have a-
food restaurant, that is, but
Yeah.
he can't cook.
I still have a can of pickled beets in our cupboard that I brought with me on the move that Trevor left at my old place.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah. I've
Wait,
never
are like
had
a
them.
can, like just
Oh, do
canned
you
beets?
still have-
Yeah, just canned beets.
Okay, I don't think they're pickled.
Are they not?
They're just canned.
They might
like-
just be canned.
Yeah, those are good.
know.
I mean,
do you
they taste good.
do you still have his shoes?
Yeah, they're here now.
yep, they are here.
I literally this time
They'll be
he
here
was
for
like-
months.
He was like,
Months.
"Oh, Jay, did you bring my shoes with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have them right here." He's like, "Oh, just set them there for now," and he forgot them again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's funny.
he just literally never.
I just walk out without shoes.
Trevor, if you're watching this, you can.
This-
Oh, I did do
Jay,
that.
Jay
I
walked
did
out
that
of
once.
JJ's place
You
one
were
time.
so
with-
dramatic when we were younger,
Swag.
Jay.
Yeah,
you were so
swag.
just dramatic things with you.
It's a dramatic child.
Yep. And then you had a shirt with sweat like 2 months
Yeah,
later. You
2
had a
months.
shirt with
It was
sweat.
days.
Yeah, so Jay
was-
Jay
it was
got
fucked
pissed
up,
off at
like, I,
us
like, saw
for
it and I was
saying
like-
swag so much so that he left JJ's place without any shoes.
Yeah, I went to the park.
Yeah.
and just like sat on the
It
swings.
just sulked in anger.
The word swag.
And then, a few days or week later, he shows up with a shirt that says swag
In white letters with a red underline. Yeah.
across the front of the shirt.
Yeah. That's how I roll. I'm unpredictable. You don't know what I'm going to do next. I keep you guessing.
So if you haven't
are
listened
correct.
to us before,
It's very unfair.
we are the Clever and Original Podcast. We talk about comic book movie type stuff, video game type stuff, particularly in
And
that order.
sometimes in different orders. Sometimes in orders that
Sometimes.
don't make sense.
And Jay's got a poo.
I'm a poop.
It's what he is.
Yeah. It's me now.
Okay, let's get on with some news, shall we? So this
Ooh.
is from last week. Because a lot of this stuff is from last week because we didn't actually get to post it.
Right.
It
Um,
got destroyed.
Spider-Man: Far From Home had its first trailer. Had some spoilers for Endgame. Showed the aftermath of Endgame. Spoiler, I guess. Tony Stark dies.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, Spider-Man, you need to become the new Iron Man. And he's like,
He's like, oh, fuck.
I'm a
It's
kid.
like, I can't do that.
I'm a
wanna take a-
Spider-Man.
I want to take a vacation.
I'm going to take a vacation and go somewhere that's not New York because Marvel doesn't like to keep Spider-Man in New York.
Luckily, it still
even
has
though
tall buildings.
he's like totally meant for New York,
Like,
which is what
literally
he's
just
designed for.
Yeah. Because of the tall building thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's no tall buildings, then what the hell are you going to do?
Yeah.
Unless he gets his spider chop or whatever.
But yeah, it looks Mysterio looks cool. Jake Gyllenhaal plays Mysterio.
Yeah.
Looks like he is. They say like from an alternate reality,
Mm-hmm.
a different Earth. They say
Mm.
Nick Fury's in the trailer. He just like, I think he says "bitch, please," right?
I think so.
Yeah, like I was just like shocked that it was in a trailer, let alone like.
Yeah. Let alone Spider-Man movie.
I thought like I was just like, oh, it's in the movie or whatever, but then it was like in the trailer, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
um,
Samuel L. Jackson.
and then I was like, bitch, please, you've been in space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Space.
That he has.
So, what do we think of Spider-Man: Far From Home trailer?
It's good.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I'm pretty psyched to
excited.
see what kind of role Mysterio plays,
I'm curious if he's like actually the villain
or if
Or if
he's a
they're
good
gonna-
guy.
He's gotta be, right? Like he
Kinda,
can't be.
I
He
don't
can't.
know.
I see
he
him
can't,
doing like a
he
Loki
can't
thing.
not be the villain.
Yeah.
Right? Like he is. Mysterio's a villain. He can't not be the villain.
I see him doing like a Loki thing though, like because he is like he's not the trickster god, but he's a trickster villain. You know, that's like his thing with like illusions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see him doing like sort of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So he takes down all the bad guys, and he's like, haha, now I'm a bad guy. Something like that, you know?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's
That'd be
like
a cool plot.
gain their trust and then, betray them.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's what Spider-Man villains do.
Right.
He's got all these father figures like Norman Osborn,
Yeah.
Otto Octavius,
Mhm.
Venom.
Yeah, I mean, because it's Brock. Is like,
No.
is that not Brock? Isn't Brock Venom?
No. Yeah, he's Venom.
Yeah.
But he's not like a father figure.
No, he's not a father. He was rival, right?
Oh, yeah. The lizard guy. I don't remember his name.
In the original comics, he got stuck in the lizard suit. 'Cause he was doing
Scorpion.
A promotion.
Scorpion.
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 They
I
had
think that's his name.
Vulture and Homecoming play that role, kind of. Well, not the. Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat.
He was like the father of his girlfriend, or his date, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. He has some rotten luck with family.
Yeah.
Friends.
Uncle Ben dies.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for a super old Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Uncle Ben.
In comics, and it's happened twice in movies. In 2002,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and 2012's Amazing Spider. That was a
Mhm.
decade apart. So in 2022, we're gonna see a Spider-Man film where Uncle Ben dies
Again.
Yep. He's coming
Every
back.
10 years, they're gonna like reboot,
Oh
make
my
a new
God.
Uncle Ben, kill him.
kill him. Just
Yeah. But it'll get lazier each time. It's like the first 2 times, like it actually fits in the movie. The next time it's just gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Uncle Ben." You're just gonna get shot out of nowhere.
it's like a Looney Tune thing, like a gun.
He just goes, falls over, and
I'm Uncle Ben.
my name is Uncle Ben, and I'm dying.
And something about great power and responsibility. Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man. You and your Uncle Ben's rice.
I don't like Uncle Ben's rice.
No, I don't know. I've never
Uncle
had
Ben's rice.
It's like a brand.
So there's a Ben Parker. I'm just kidding. Spider-Man created Uncle Ben's rice. is what
Yeah,
you're
to
telling me.
bring him back in spirit.
Okay.
What you didn't learn in the
Well-
movies is that Uncle Ben was way into rice. Like he knew all the different varieties of rice and how to like grow it properly.
I can't wait till Uncle Ben comes back as the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. That's going to be a great twist. Oh, man.
Good
I'm fucking dead.
Because, everyone and no one, or what is it? It's like no one stays dead except for Uncle Ben and Bucky Barnes. And then it was like, nope, Bucky's alive.
Yep, Winter
Bitch.
Soldier.
Yep.
Or maybe he'll be Summer Soldier. He'll
He'll
cover
be
the warmer
Summer
months.
Soldier,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, all right, you get a vacation for the summer, Bucky. You go do your thing. Summer Soldier, Uncle Ben, 60-year-old guy, you're go kill Howard Stark.
He would be mostly robot, I feel, at that point. He'd be almost entirely robot. Because they'd have to replace so many, like, failing parts.
So he'd be like Cyborg.
Yeah. Be like an evil cyborg. They could call him Evil Cyborg.
That's so original.
They'll have red eyes, so you know he's evil.
Well, they have got like Deathlock. It's kind of like that.
Is that like an evil okay.
He's like an evil cyborg
Okay.
thing in the Marvel universe.
That makes sense.
But yeah,
That's a pretty angry name. Deathlock.
Deathlock.
If it sounds like it could be a 12-year-old's like
thing.
Xbox gamer tag, then it's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you could put 42069XX
New
on
Master
either side of it.
69.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
He's here.
He
Fortnite character.
He called me, this guy in the video game called me a dickhead. Yeah. New Master. Yeah, New Master 60.
New Master 69.
Yeah. So good. Oh, New Master.
Speaking of Thor, Segway.
Yeah.
You're a
Um,
Segway. Everyone's a Segway besides me.
Like those scooters things.
Yeah.
The two-wheeled.
You're just like.
You lean forward. The handlebar does literally nothing.
Yeah.
They explode
Like in
sometimes.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Paul Blart is my hero. Paul Blart, Mall Cop. Paul Blart, Mall Cop. God. Who wants to watch all the Mall Cops? Is there 3 of them now?
There
Mall
is at
Cop
least
trilogy.
2.
There's many.
We gotta make some popcorn
I've seen the
one
first
night
one.
and watch all the Mall Cops.
Now I've got to look this up.
We're gonna find out how many Mall Cops there are. The question you listen to this podcast for, you've been dying to know how many Mall Cops currently exist. Because you don't know how to use Google.
Okay, looks like there was a Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Doesn't seem like there's a third one.
Well, they better make a third one. They need to... What happened? Because at the end of 2, when that guy comes back, his evil arch
Hey,
nemesis...
no spoilers. I haven't seen Paul.
I haven't seen it either. I don't know what happens. I need to write
Paul.
It has a
Mall
on
Cop Infinity.
Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 32%.
What?
Wait, is this the original?
Yeah, this is the original. Weighted average of 4.6 out of 10. Metacritic is 39 out of 100.
Wow, it did not do well.
And,
Paul
but they
Blart.
made like at least multiple
Paul
of these.
Blart is a hero, and he's gonna be in the MCU
He better
at
be.
some point. He's
Can you
gonna
imagine they all line
he's gonna
up?
replace Iron Man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Can you imagine they're all lining up like epically in their superhero line, and then Paul Blart steps up?
He comes forward in his Segway.
Yeah.
And that's how it is.
Speaking of Thor,
Yeah.
Beta Ray Bill, the Corbinite, the horse face.
Horseman.
Horse.
It's
BoJack
Worthy.
Horseman in space.
Yeah, basically.
It's
BoJack
going-
Horseman with me all
They're
nerds.
rumored gonna be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
You know, Beta Ray Bill, one of the most notorious people to wield Thor's hammer,
Yes.
and being worthy of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shall be cool. Yeah, now that we know that Thor's hammer can go to other people. I mean, this whole episode
Well,
is
like
spoilers.
only if they're worthy,
Right, if they're worthy, but like they've covered it in the movies, so if you didn't know that already,
right?
like you definitely
Well,
know
like
it now. 'cause-
Captain America lifted it in Age of Ultron.
Did he?
Yeah,
Just
Oh,
barely.
like
yeah.
he barely did, but it's
Okay.
like, did he like really not pick it up? Because he did move it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that means he's worthy-ish. How
Yeah.
can you be
Yeah.
worthy-ish?
I don't know.
I feel like there's
yeah.
a worthy
Vision
or
was
no
worthy
worthy.
immediately.
Yeah, I know, which is like fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get what they did. Like the reason Vision was worthy immediately was to like kind of signify how like good he is, because
Yeah.
like they set it up with the thing with everyone trying at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
you know he's like, here's your hammer.
Just hands it
Here's
over to
your
him.
ham, your ham and cheese sandwich.
Can you imagine if Mjolnir was just a ham and cheese sandwich?
That'd be fucked up.
Like
man.
he just this, and you're like waiting for the hammer, and just boom, just grabs like a ham and cheese, like freshly grilled, somehow, like while it was traveling through space and time.
Yeah, and then you use lightning from the ham and cheese.
Yeah, and it gets a little bit more melted
Yeah.
every time he does it. Yeah.
So yeah, Beta Ray Bill, very big Thor character, probably one of the biggest.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see a horse in space.
horse spaceman.
Yep.
Spaceman. Horse spaceman.
That does it for the news, or the movie news. Let's get into some video game type stuff.
Woo!
A U.S. senator has introduced a bill that will ban loot boxes and microtransactions, or it says pay to win microtransactions. Senator Josh Hawley, of Republican of Missouri, announced that a bill that would ban loot boxes and pay to win microtransactions in, quote, games played by minors. The senator says that will include games designed for kids under 18 and games whose, quote, developers knowingly allow minor players to engage in microtransactions. The bill is called the Protecting Children from Abusive Games Act, and will be in the U.S. Senate soon.
This is like kind of good
Interesting.
news, but it's also a little weird to see how far video games have come to where we need to start making laws about how games are made.
Well, they were
Like, that's
they were
intense.
about to make laws about them back in the 80s, 90s, the early 90s.
Mm.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like,
That's why the ESRB exists.
Yeah. True enough.
I guess I'm curious if this will actually get anywhere, or like what'll happen.
Yeah,
Or, like
I'm-
what, or like if it's specific enough to really like, if it's
Yeah.
super bad, I'd
Well,
have to read. The
And I'm a little worried because people say that the U.S. is run by the richest people,
yeah.
and the richest people are probably the people making all that sweet loot box money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
so they
pretty
would
sure,
probably be pretty hard opposed to
yeah,
this.
I'm pretty sure they would be.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the games lobby would be like,
Yeah. They'd be like, no, this is how we make money.
Yeah, it's like
Where else are we going to get money if not from minors' parents? so they can
who don't know about it.
Don't know about it. Yeah.
Because their credit card is like stuck on the console.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, I kind of want this and don't want this. Like, it's like interesting to see like if I think somewhat should be, because it feels predatory, like some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, I don't feel like this is something the government should be doing.
Right. I don't want a whole bunch of people who probably do not play video games to start deciding what should and should not be in video games.
They don't, I guarantee you. Oh, maybe AOC probably does.
Yeah.
Because she was on that Donkey Kong stream for
the
Mermaids, the trans rights organization by H. Bomber guy.
Yeah. Donkey Kong. Pretty cool.
Donkey Kong says trans rights.
Donkey Kong dab.
So someone did that to President Kennedy at the
They dabbed him?
they
dabbed
at the commencement for graduating.
What?
Well, they shook his hand and then they dabbed.
Wow. Is that where that meme comes from, where he's like pointing, he's like shaking his hand and pointing at the shirt, and then there's something on the shirt that keeps changing?
Yeah,
Is
wait.
that him?
No.
Who's that?
That's Bernie.
That's Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
okay.
that's
President
that meme.
Kennedy is like the
UND
UND president.
Oh, right.
Someone dabbed on him on stage.
Wow.
Yeah, on
That's
stage.
I fucking love it.
It would have been better if he dabbed back.
That would have been awesome.
It's like dabs with him,
Just
you know.
Yeah, so interesting stuff. It's coming from a Republican from Missouri.
Like, as much as I hate loot boxes, games are a bit of an art form.
Yeah.
When not just done by soulless AAA companies.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to step in. Like, if they start making laws like this, maybe they'll step in and be like, oh, but what about this other thing? You know.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, but that's a slippery slope argument. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's for sure gonna give them an inch, give them a mile. That's not probably what's gonna happen.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I mean, really, when it comes down to it, game companies are in the most control over this with all their money.
Yeah, with all their fucking money.
Money buys anything.
All right, let's move on. Halo Infinite. It's reportedly going to have Battle Royale, despite saying a while ago that they weren't going to have Battle Royale.
Yeah. They decide, you know what? This could make us a lot of money. I don't know, though, because, so with that, like, the Halo Battle Royale in mind, like, obviously what it would probably be is just, like, the weapon spawns, like, randomly across the map. And you'd go in, like, buildings and structures. I mean, you played Battle Royale before, but it'd be, like, the Halo way. But Red Dead kind of does that. Red Dead Redemption 2, they have their own Battle Royale as well called Gun something? Gun Run? I can't remember what it's called. It's a Battle Royale. But it's the same thing where, like, you don't get, like, a clip and, like, a scope like you wouldn't, like, Battlegrounds or Fortnite or whatever. Like, you just get, like, these preloaded, like, weapons. And I don't know. It's all right. It feels kind of boring. I'm super over the whole Battle Royale thing, so I'm not excited.
Yeah, I don't
I'm not
really want
angry,
that
I guess.
But, I mean, it would be... I mean, I don't know. It's Halo. So,
Yeah,
I mean...
whatever.
I don't know.
Unless they do something
Whatever.
so different, like it's the same Battle Royale concept, but with their twist. Maybe. That's a hard maybe, because there's been so much Battle Royale content out there. I'm just kind of done with it. I just want the fucking team deathmatch and deathmatch stuff. That's my favorite. I just like running around and shooting people.
You're right. Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't want the one
I
life.
want to play an arena-style shooter.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's all we have to say
Yeah,
about that,
I mean-
right? Yeah, we don't really care for Battle Royale.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll play it if it's
Yeah.
I'll
good.
play it once or twice because it comes with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if it's good, I'll play it a lot.
Yeah.
That's it for the news.
If
Let's
I
get
have
on to
time,
some juice. What is their most used form of media?
Social media.
social
for
media
me,
for you?
for 100%.
Like
I do
Facebook specifically, or
a mix of Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram is like my primary.
you're like super current gen.
utilization.
I feel like that's current gen.
Yeah, that's yes, I would say so. I'm
Really?
very, I'm very
Current gen. That's not really
less
what I
so
mean.
Facebook.
That's
to
what
an
the cool
extent.
kids do.
Facebook's old, man.
Yeah, but like everyone
Facebook's
has
like,
one. So
it's like
Snapchat is like kind of where it's at.
yeah, the Snapchat's the new thing.
Snapchat's a little bit where it's
Snapchat's
at.
kind of cool. Instagram's kind of. I don't know. I don't really use
Snapchat and Instagram are the cooler ones. I would say that. I don't like Twitter. I don't. I have one. I use it sometimes.
I generally use Reddit probably the most for.
I never
social
post. I
media.
don't even comment on Reddit for some reason.
I mean, I don't. I just lurk, I guess.
Yeah, I do all the time on Facebook. I'm always.
That's the only reason I came back to Snapchat for a little bit is because the new Snapchat filter is being memed on Reddit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't really use Snapchat either.
I mean, other than that, I think TV probably.
I barely watch any
like
TV.
Netflix or
Well, like Netflix. I guess
I have HBO
I would
now,
probably
so-
include YouTube in that.
Mhm.
Because short form things. They're not movies, but they're.
I guess I do watch a lot.
they're like
YouTube's probably up there for me.
YouTube is probably my number one. I have right now there's one main channel and people on that channel have their own channels. Yogscast.
Yeah.
I think they're mostly in the UK. Some of them are Dutch and whatever, but they have weird accents. Cool accents, maybe. I don't know. If you like those kind of accents.
Depends on if you like them or not.
Yeah.
Bro.
But I mostly watch YouTube, and I have various creators, and I get all those notifications on my phone too, like, oh, so and so made something new. K-Mac, he's hilarious.
I think I know.
K-Mac 2021. He did the when you try to play Through the Fire and the Flames, but never actually learned it.
Oh, yep.
And he's just he's playing to the speed, but he's hitting all the wrong notes, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's a pretty funny guy to check out. But YouTube, almost certainly my number one.
A lot of
Video
YouTube.
games are getting less and less on that, even though
Yeah.
they're one of my favorite.
Yeah,
I guess it's just
don't care about most of them.
it's a rough time for video games.
I
They
mean,
all play the same right now.
There's a lot
for the
to
most
play,
part.
but there's nothing that I want to play that isn't already out. That hasn't already been out for a long time.
I'm just-
Right. Yeah. There's nothing new that's
Apex
interesting,
Legends is the newest thing that I play.
Yeah, I don't even play that. I haven't played that in a while.
Yeah.
I still play
the
that
newest thing
regularly.
I've played is played fully through, I should say.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Marvel Spider-Man for
Yeah.
PS4. That's pretty good.
I haven't played through
But
that.
yeah, I think a lot of single players are my thing.
I started picking up Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's only the online, and it's only just random crappy multiplayer lobbies. It's not particularly challenging because the lock on is real. It's not even auto aim. If you hit LT within an inch of the person on the screen, it just locks on and stays locked on.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you hold it, you don't aim at all. It's weird. Yeah. It's a weird game, but it's also a game I don't have to think about or try.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I play video games anymore, really. I don't think it's been a while since I've picked up a game because I like the story or because the concept of the gameplay is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time.
I mean, I'll probably play Witcher again soon.
Yeah.
For that, or I'll finish. I'll
3.
finish the. I'm gonna probably restart it on the hardest difficulty, and play through the.
The
whole
Witcher
game.
3, or you're talking The Witcher?
Witcher 3.
Okay. I wouldn't recommend The Witcher or The Witcher
first one?
2.
I mean, I've played a little bit of Witcher 2. Witcher 1 seems very obtuse to play.
Oh my gosh, the combat is so awful. The world is kind of cool, but I'd rather just watch a movie based on the world than play that clunky game.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it'll be a Netflix. Who knows if it'll be good or not? We'll see.
I mean, as long as it's not weird, clunky combat, I think it'll be fine.
I think Neon Genesis Evangelion is coming to Netflix,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I need to watch that.
I've heard a lot of people saying to
Oh,
watch
so we totally didn't do this, but we should probably do it at some point.
that. Huh.
Detective Pikachu came out this past weekend.
It did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
What?
Yeah.
How did I not even know
Shit.
that?
That's 100% out right now.
Yeah.
And we live 3 blocks away from the
we
theater.
could go see it. If
We could
want.
walk. Not tonight. It's already pretty late, but
Yeah, but Yeah, I mean, definitely see that. Give our reactions.
Yeah.
The first live action Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
It's getting good reviews. So, I think.
Did you see the YouTube video posted? It's called...
Oh, yeah.
It's something like it's the whole Pokemon or Pikachu Detective
Pikachu movie.
Yeah, and like it starts out like the first like 15 minutes seems like it's the real movie. But at one point the main character is walking down the street and he hears like a Pikachu or something. He looks to the side and it's like Pikachu doing aerobics.
Yeah.
And it's just that for the next like 3 hours.
All right.
Yeah.
Like the length of
it's
the
a big old
movie.
meme, yeah. It's like, oh, it's the whole movie, and it's not.
Yeah.
Just Pikachu doing aerobics.
Who needs that in their life? Not I.
Not
Unless you're
I.
shaped like a Pikachu and you need to do aerobics.
I guess you're right about
Then
that.
maybe
Yeah.
that'd be helpful.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Suppose you're correct.
Sorry to all our listeners that are shaped like Pikachus.
I hope very few of them are.
Yeah.
So that does it for us on this episode of the Clever and
Pikachu.
Original Podcast. Jay, if people want to find you on the social media sphere, where can they do that?
If you want to come find me and tell me that you notice me slowly creeping up to the TV to get to the mouse, you can find me on Twitter at Jayden Reinhart.
And JJ, where can people find you?
It's the J Larson 107 Twitter.
And you can find me at Kayley Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week on episode 194.
Woo! Yeah!